top 10 anime like Arifureta, from Commonplace to World's Strongest, with unstoppable protagonists. Kicking off with number 10, Black Summoner. Kelvin is the kind of guy who wakes up in another world and immediately says, "Yeah, I'll trade my memories for overpowered stats. Who needs childhood trauma anyway?" The man literally hires a goddess as his servant. That's peak flex. The battles are ridiculously hype, and Kelvin treats monster fights like Pokemon Go on steroids. The only downside? The animation occasionally looks like it was outsourced to a toaster, but hey, the overpowered energy more than carries. If you loved Hajime's ruthless climb in Arifureta, Kelvin's obsession with grinding levels will feel like looking in a cracked mirror, except this guy is having way too much fun. Sliding to number 9, The Executioner and Her Way of Life. Okay, plot twist. This one flips the whole Isekai script. Instead of worshipping summoned heroes, this world treats them like nuclear disasters waiting to happen. Our protagonist, Menu, straight up murders Isekai dudes before they can ruin the ecosystem. Talk about workplace efficiency. But here's the spicy part. Despite being a hero assassin, Menu's character is layered, with actual depth and moral dilemmas. The fight choreography? Crisp. The world building? Chef-level complexity. It's like Arifureta, but told from the perspective of someone who would have stabbed Hajime before he even found his railgun. Dark, stylish, and surprisingly emotional, this series deserves way more hype. Landing on number 8, the greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody. Ard Meteor, yes, that's his name, was once the strongest demon lord ever. So strong, he basically speedran God mode, got bored, and reincarnated as a normal kid. Spoiler, he's still disgustingly broken. Watching Ard try to fit in is hilarious, because every move he makes screams main character syndrome. The guy flexes harder than a Dragon Ball Z villain doing warm-ups. What's fun here is the balance between OP comedy and actual heartwarming relationships, especially his bond with Arena. Compared to Hajime's edgy revenge journey, Ard's story is more like, what if Superman wanted friends but accidentally scared everyone? It's goofy, entertaining, and yes, power-scaling nonsense galore. Looking at number 7, Reign of the Seven Spellblades. Now this one's stylish. Imagine Harry Potter, but the students are legally allowed to dismember each other. Welcome to Kimberly Magic Academy, where duels end with someone's head rolling across the hallway. Our main character, Oliver, looks like a cinnamon roll, but is hiding enough darkness to make Hajime nod in approval. The sword and sorcery action is sleek, the politics are juicy, and the series isn't afraid to get brutal. It's less about flexing power and more about navigating a world that treats life like a magical Hunger Games. If you enjoy a little blood mixed into your spellcasting, this anime delivers. Rolling in at number 6, a wild last boss appeared. This one's wild. Our protagonist, who used to play an MMORPG, suddenly wakes up as his max-level female avatar, Lufus, the terrifying Sky Queen. Yep, he's now she, and she's basically a walking cheat code. Watching Lufus casually dunk on enemies who thought they were endgame bosses is peak entertainment. The comedy of a guy suddenly living as his OP alter ego adds spice, but the real joy is seeing an empire-destroying powerhouse rebuild her legacy. If Hajime was a revenge speedrun, Lufus is returning monarch casually reminding the world why they feared her. It's chaotic, campy, and honestly underrated. Marching on with number 5, Apocalypse Bringer mynoghra. Now we're stepping into the deep end of dark fantasy. Our protagonist, Takuto, wakes up in another world as the ruler of a civilization straight out of a nightmare. His army? Monsters, cultists, and abominations that would make Thulu proud. This series is less hero saves the day and more, what if the protagonist is the final boss? Takuto isn't fighting to survive. He's spreading eldritch domination. Compared to Hajime, who went edgy but still had morals, Takuto said, nah, morality's overrated. The world building is grim, the strategy elements are addicting, and the whole vibe is pure, unapologetic villain energy. Deliciously evil. Dropping in at number 4, the faraway paladin. This one slows the pace but hits hard emotionally. Will, the protagonist, is raised in a city of the dead by 3 undead guardians who give him love, wisdom, and sword skills. By the time he ventures out, he's already stacked with holy power. Unlike Hajime's angry grind, Will's journey feels hopeful, filled with themes of faith, legacy, and family. Don't get me wrong, he still wrecks enemies, but there's heart behind every swing. The anime blends wholesome found family vibes with epic fantasy storytelling, making it feel refreshing in the sea of grimdark isekai. It's like Arifureta with a soul-healing aftertaste. Crashing into number 3. The hero is overpowered but overly cautious. If anxiety were an anime protagonist, it'd be Seiya Ryuguin. The man prepares for battles like he's about to face Thanos every morning. Need to fight a slime? He trains until he can nuke a continent. His goddess partner, Restarte, spends half the series either facepalming or screaming. The comedy is top tier, and the fights still deliver serious hype. While Hajime embraces reckless dungeon crawling, Seiya is the type to carry 10 backup plans, 20 potions, and a small nuke just in case. Overpowered? Yes. Ridiculous? Absolutely. But it's this absurd over-preparation that makes him unforgettable. Anxiety representation has never been this fun. Charging ahead to number 2, Lord of the Mysteries. Now we're stepping into god-tier storytelling. This Chinese series blends steampunk, cosmic horror, and detective intrigue into one masterpiece. Klein, the protagonist, starts as a clueless dude, but slowly climbs a mysterious hierarchy of powers tied to eldritch beings. The pacing is deliberate, but when it hits, oh boy, it hits. It's like Sherlock Holmes investigating the Cthulhu mythos while secretly leveling up into something terrifying. Compared to Hajime, who brute forces his way to strength, Klein's journey is a cerebral grind, filled with tension and layers of mystery. If you're craving depth, atmosphere, and slow burn power progression, this is your jam. Finally, at number 1, Wise Man's Grandchild. Shin Wolford is basically Hajime, but raised with love and Wi-Fi. Trained by the strongest magician, Shin casually breaks every magic rule like he's speedrunning a cheat code tutorial. His classmates? Forever shocked. His enemies? Immediately regret life choices. The comedy lands, the romance is wholesome, and Shin's OP moments are straight candy for power fantasy fans. Sure, the world building sometimes feels like discount Fate Stay Night. But who cares when Shin is vaporizing armies before breakfast? If you liked Hajime's absurd arsenal in Arifureta, Shin's spell-spamming chaos will feel like coming home, just with less trauma and more family dinners. And there you have it, 10 anime packed with unstoppable protagonists who'd make Hajime proud, or at least mildly jealous. Which one tops your list? Drop your pick in the comments. Smash that like button harder than an Isekai MC smashing goblins, and subscribe for more anime chaos every week. Power fantasies never sleep, and neither do we.